The idea for the bathroom remodel really came from wanting to set the example for our community about what true inclusion looks like. This is one way that you can offer a benefit, something that everyone can benefit from, and then also really listening to our families and saying, hey, this would be great if you could do this, and really understanding that it's not about a luxury or an ask, something extra. It's really about just making their lives, making them feel included and dignified in all spaces. We have a provider that has several members in the home that utilize wheelchairs, and when they go out, it's really thoughtful about where they're going to go, how they're going to handle if someone needs to be changed when they're in public. A lot of times you'll find families get really creative.
When there's non-accessible bathrooms, we really have three options. Number one is changing him in the handicap stall if they have one available, with him standing, which he is a wiggle worm and does not hold on to the rails very well. The other option is changing him in our van, which leaves him exposed because we have a rear entry wheelchair accessible van. So no matter how I do it, public can see him. The third option is laying him on the dirty bathroom floor. Occasionally we do have blankets available or something else that we can put down. And really our final option is either leaving early or not attending. So my son does have a feeding tube that we use for backup and also medication administration, but it allows us to lay him down on a flat surface so that way we can administer gravity fed through his feeding tube. It is a lot harder to do gravity feed when you're sitting up because it just does not flow correctly, and it's just easier overall. Also, having bathrooms that are accessible where the changing table can change heights helps in regard to the height of the person that is changing the individual, so that way they are not causing extra harm to their back or bending over or getting in a bunch of weird positions.
When we finished the project initially, we were very proud of the project, but it's hard to get the word out about a bathroom. A ribbon cutting was just one way to invite chamber members, public, to come and see, to touch, to feel, to hear a story. It was important that Kristen was there to share her story, hers and Nathan's story together, and for people to listen to that and hear that. I think it was important it was a great way to get the challenge out to the community. We'll challenge you, but then we'll be there to help you figure out how to fund it, what contractors maybe that we can provide that were a great resource, what vendor we use to purchase the table. And I would like to say that it shouldn't necessarily always be about an adult-sized changing table. Even things like widening door spaces, just making places accessible for people. Also thinking about sensory needs, having different seating available for people. I think it's just a difference of thinking, and I don't know that you can get to that point of changing your thinking until you're aware that it's out there. And that's another thing, a great thing that ribbon cuttings do, is they bring awareness to bathrooms that most people don't think of on a day-to-day basis, because they don't have to think about, what bathrooms are going to be at this place that I'm going to? Will there be a place that I can access? It's just not part of our day-to-day. We get to live our lives accessing our communities in all kinds of ways. We're not burdened with that research, and understanding, okay, these are all the things I need to make sure before I go out in public.